One does not simply wait almost 20 years to watch one of the biggest fantasy trilogies of all time. What if somebody simply did do that? Would they be able to go to Mordor? I think that person just wants to, go to Mordor.
In the lands of Middle-earth, legend tells of the Dark Lord Sauron and the ring that would give him the power to enslave the world. Lost for centuries, it has been sought by many and has now found its way into the hands of the most unlikely person imaginable.
Are you frightened? Yes. Not nearly frightened enough.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Upside Dan. Comment down below shaming me for never watching The Lord of the Rings before. Do you love this trilogy? Have you not seen it either? Comment down below. I need you guys down there in those comments. So, Lord of the Rings. So, I've been putting this off, obviously, for a while. I don't know why. I mean, the main reason I think is the movies are so long, and sometimes it's just hard for me, just to sit down and watch a really long movie. And I wanted to watch the extended cuts of these, and then it just kept, time just kept going on. And then recently I was going to watch them, and then it was announced that 4K sets were coming out. So since the 4K sets were coming out, I was just like, you know what, I'll wait. See it on 4K, so I pre-ordered those, and I waited, and then a few days ago, I finally sat down and watched it, and I was very excited to watch these. So obviously I started with The Fellowship of the Ring, the first one. I put it in the player. I was so excited to see this on 4K. I sat down, got my snacks ready, and it was just a very exciting thing. It felt like I was watching some big, some big epic movie. A movie that is, greatly revered and I have not seen before. So I sit down and I watch it, and, a lot of it just blew me away. This trilogy is, of course, directed by Peter Jackson and based off the book series by J.R.R. Tolkien. I thought the cinematography here was stunning. It looks great in 4K. Obviously, I have not seen it before, so I don't know the differences, but it looks great in 4K. It's just a very stunningly beautiful movie. I loved seeing all the different landscapes in this film as they travel to Mordor. I thought it was very cool, to see all of this. Very, very bright at times where it needed to be bright. Dark. It's a darker kind of tone movie at times, and so it's dark and light when it needed to be. And I loved the sets and the set design and just the settings where these characters are. That hobbits, I love their little homes. They look great. It was a very nice looking film all around. It just looked phenomenal on 4K. Another aspect that I have to say is just phenomenal is the acting here. You got a pretty stacked cast here. Some I did not even know or didn't remember were in this movie. But I enjoyed seeing all of them. It was a very well put together cast. And they played these landmark characters, these great characters. They played them to a T. Very, very good acting. You have Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, Sean Astin, Sean Bean, Orlando Bloom, Cate Blanchett, just to name a few. And these are the characters that just bring these beautiful scenes in this story to life. The length of the film is what made it take so long for me to finally watch it. I'm definitely glad that I watched it, but during my first viewing, I have not watched it again since, but I will. Anyway, during my viewing, it really felt long to me. I know some people are like, no, it went by so fast, or, blah, 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 and I get that. Like, Endgame for me was 3 hours, less than this, but still, was 3 hours, and that went by so fast each time I saw it. And this, while I liked it, I felt the length at times, just at sometimes. But I'm definitely glad that I finally checked it out. I was so excited while watching it, for the most part. But yeah, I did feel this movie length. So when I finished this movie, at first, I liked it, don't get me wrong, I liked it a lot. But with the length, I was like, oh wow, that was a chore at times to sit through. But as the days have gone by, leading up to this review, I've liked this movie a lot more. I've grown to like it even more. I would even say I love it, and I am so looking forward to watching the rest of the trilogy. So, thinking about it all these days past has really upped my opinion of it. On Letterboxd, I didn't put a star rating or anything yet because I wanted to wait till I finish the whole trilogy. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm not going to give you guys a rating yet. I'm going to finish the trilogy. I'm going to do a first time watching for each one in the trilogy. And then I might even do a final thoughts video, so a fourth one, with my final thoughts and the reviews of each of them and the actual ratings of each of the movies. This story, even though I said I felt the length, is so intriguing and well written and directed. It's really masterfully directed here. Peter Jackson does an amazing job. I thought the action scenes were directed pretty well and they looked great. I really am looking forward to the rest of the trilogy, as I said, and I hope that they really combine with each other and just make this trilogy pretty much perfect, which is what I'm hearing about these movies. I also really liked the score here. I thought it just added to the epicness of this movie. Peter Jackson has crafted a very long but epic film, and it just is an important piece of cinema, especially, you know, after finally watching it for the first time. I can definitely see why so many people loved it and have recommended it to me over the years. Because yes, it is crazy that I've never watched this movie before. So I'm definitely glad I did. It's a great epic. I am definitely looking forward to watching the final two films, and to some extent, the Hobbit movies for my first time, and I'm excited to get those reviews out to you guys. Comment, shame me again, just shame me for not watching this sooner. And tell me what you think of this trilogy, or have you also not seen it until recently, or have you just not seen it at all yet? I definitely recommend it. If you've liked this video, there's gonna be some over around here that you're gonna like as well. And if you like this and those, please subscribe to my channel, share my channel and my videos with your family and friends. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and come to the Upside Dan.